Coming up in today's video, guys, we've got a really quick, satisfying eardrum peel, and we've got a really weird shaped plug of wax. My name is Taylor Green. I'm one of the audiologists here at Audiology Associates.
My name is Rhys Barber. I'm the other audiologist here at Audiology Associates. Forgot where I was there.
So this is, you can see, this was my patient, and it was a really quick one. Patient hadn't long actually been in to see us. I think she'd been to see us, I can't exactly remember, I think it was roughly, about, I don't know, 3 to 6 months ago, roughly. But just all of a sudden just felt like just a blockage almost instantly. And you could kind of see why on the video there was a very, very thin layer, almost like a second eardrum that had formed in front of the actual eardrum.
Yeah.
And it does really make a big difference. Patient heard so much better afterwards. This is the same patient, I believe, but the other ear. Now the first ear that we did, nothing came out on the paper, and you're gonna laugh at the roller shot again. It probably wasn't even worth me even measuring this up, to be completely honest.
Sometimes they look massive, but they on the paper they look like nothing.
There we go. So it was just a little bit of almost like keratin, a little bit of dead skin. We got a bit of a mixture in this one. These are normally the nightmare bits to try and remove these bits that are still attached. They can either be really satisfying or they can be a real pain. Yeah.
You can see those ripples of dry skin around the outside edge as well, can you?
We've got half a centimetre.
half a centimetre, thereabouts. So yeah, this amount, it was that big. Guys, if you want to watch another satisfying eardrum peel, make sure you check out the card up there on the left-hand side. There you go. So this is actually a really good one. It's one of our very first videos, so you'll see how much the channel's progressed over that time as well. So this patient's actually mine. Now, me and Taylor was talking about a patient he had the other day on the last video we were together, saying that he had this sort of really dry wax in a very narrow ear canal. This is exactly the same thing. What we can see here is a really dry, luckily not completely solid. This is more on the crumbly side, I would say, than the dry side. But still, just because it's a narrower ear canal, it does make things just a little bit more difficult. And this front section here, patient actually been using some sodium bicarb drops, which is why this front section's gone a little bit mushy. And then you'll notice the consistency change then as we get much further in down that plug. And what we're going to see then is all the parts of the plug that the drops didn't actually manage to get to, and you'll see that consistency change all the way through. We've got a really odd looking plug as well for your last one. It's a really strange one, so make sure you stay tuned for the last patient as well. I've never seen a Earwax plug with that shape before. So yeah, it's coming away nicely. What's happening is we're drawing it to the outside portion of the ear canal, but the problem is it's too big to fit out. Then I'm literally having to hold the side of the canal open here with the side of the suction tube.
Yeah, we do. I actually had to do it on the patient I mentioned on the last load of videos we did. Yeah. I actually had to get the patient themselves to hold the ear open while I was also, you know, it does help sometimes, but we get some people to put their arm around the back and lift it up if they're able to. Yes. It does really help, you know. Sometimes you get a family member involved. But
I think we've got a video of us too, and I'm having to hold the ear canal open here and there. And
Christmas time.
Christmas time. And you can see that one shot from the outside, so you can see what we're actually doing from the outside as well. If I remember, I will try and put a card up and link, if you're watching this on YouTube, up there somewhere, so you can check that one out if you wanted to as well. But this one, we've got now we're at the really, really dry portion of this wax. It is now really, really solid. Doesn't want to come out of this really very easily at all. And you can see I'm really just wiggling this back and forth to try and get some traction here.
Problem is the ear canal almost kind of does this. It kind of goes in and then back out again.
That's right.
So
and the thing is, when you're pulling this forwards, at the moment I'm holding the ear canal open with the side of the suction tube. As I pull this out, then as the suction tube leaves the ear canal naturally closes back down on that plug of wax. So it just doesn't want to let it go.
God, they are really difficult ones to do when they
And do you know why? So it's with some of these patients, you always say, look, do me a favour, come in every 6 months and we'll get this done every 6 months. And you look at the notes and you think, oh no, they haven't been for like 12, 18 months. So you're like, oh no.
Here we go.
So I put the St. Bart's hook in thinking, well, it's a bit tougher. The St. Bart's hook will come out, it'll bring it out really easily. I've kind of fallen in love with the St. Bart's hook again. Yeah? Yeah, I do. I really like it. I've kind of leaned more towards Rosen and surgery, but I'm back on the St. Bart's hook now. I've used it loads recently. Okay. Yeah, really kind of getting back into it.
I have been using it a lot more, to be fair.
Yeah, it does seem like I've had more sort of solid waxes where I thought, oh, do you know what, this would be a great one for. I've used loads of curettage recently. I've used far more curettage in the last sort of week or so than I've done in ages.
Oh, there we go.
Out it comes. Look how squeaky clean that is, Taylor Green. Now I do have a really interesting video for you to watch. 2 centimeters, by the way, 3/4 inch. Yeah. I'll put a card up for that one. That is actually a really long skin ribbon from a narrow ear canal. Oh, that was a difficult one to do. But yeah, check that one out. That's a really interesting one. That's up in the card there. So this is your patient.
Yeah. This, I don't know, was it this ear or was it the other one?
Oh, I think it's this one. With that odd shaped earwax. Yeah. I think it's this one.
Looked really soft and kind of squishy to start with, and I honestly thought this was going to come away in like tiny little bits, but you can see it's actually one big plug, just blocking up the ear canal, and we were laughing about this earlier. It's a bit of a weird one. It almost kind of looks like a tooth. Or like
it threw me. I would go either tooth or candy corn is the other thing I would say it looks at, like the American sweet. Look at that.
Yeah, like really pointy.
Yeah, it's like a T-Rex. I was attacked by an alligator and it was in there. That's what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, they are nice and clear. I know it's left suds of like oil and the staining on the ear canal, but again, that those little tiny bits are absolutely fine to leave in the ear canal. Our ears are not supposed to be completely clear. Yeah, we're supposed to have wax in there.
Yeah, it's protective for the ear. We get loads of people in the comment section say, "Oh my goodness, you guys need to do your job properly. You need to clean the ears properly." No, we don't. is the really short answer. Basically, you should have a protective layer of wax over the skin, and it helps to protect it from infection and stuff. So little bits won't matter at all.
And this one's a bit more crumbly. We're not gonna get this one away in one piece. I think a lot more oil has or the oil has been affected. Can't get my words out today. The oil has affected the wax a lot more on this side, so you can see it's a lot more soft and. You can just see it all being drawn up into the tube. We have got a little bit of movement, which I was hoping to just get that grip.
You want to see the whole lot come forward, isn't it?
Yep. There we go. This is going to come away into different pieces.
That's a good sized chunk, mine. It came away a little bit better than I thought it was going to come away.
Yeah, I think the problem with this type of wax, we get blockages in the suction tube, and it's a bit of a pain because it doesn't take much. No. And you literally you pop back in, you touch up against the wax, and it just blocks up instantly. And you think, so you're constantly in and out trying to clear it up.
We've actually got little pipe cleaners, haven't we, that come with this on the tube, so you're kind of forcing those through to clear the blockages, and you're doing it again. Sometimes I'll switch out the tube a couple of times during one of these. Oh yeah, that's coming away. Nice.
Try and get that a little bit on the side there now. This is a very, very sensitive area of the ear canal, so that's why we're getting, that's why we're like gently trying to move, because if we touch up against that ear canal, it almost feels like, we've explained this a couple of times on previous videos, but if we were to touch the ear canal, even just a touch at that far into the ear, it almost feels like a really strong pinch. It's a little bit uncomfortable.
It is. It's not very pleasant. So we've got half an inch.
1 and a bit centimeters, just under 1.5, I would say.
Guys, thank you very much for watching our video today. If you do enjoy the videos, don't forget you can like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe for me. And if you have earwax problems yourself, check out the link tree in the description, and you can reserve yourself an appointment with myself or the lovely Mr. Taylor Green. I put a link to a video up here. It's one of our earliest ones. I think it's episode 30 something. So it's a very, very early episode for us. So just worth checking that one out just for a laugh, the voiceover. But that's all soft earwax plugs as well, guys, so make sure you check that one out for us. As always, guys, take care of yourselves,
take care of your ears,
and take care of one another, and myself and lovely Mr. Taylor Green. We'll see you again real soon. Bye everyone.
Bye.